You can't run away from the fact that there is a seeming, at least there's a belief across the country, that members of the APC seem to be walking free when it comes to corruption charges. And
absolutely not the case.
Let me finish.
It's absolutely
I'm still
not
asking
so.
a question. Can I finish?
Yes, please. Yes. Please, go ahead.
The fact that there are no charges in court is even more questionable for a lot of people. Why are there so many? We have people who have run for office from the other party who have had seemingly even not so visible issues with regards to corruption. We have a governor of Kano State, for example. Nothing has been said by your party with regards to that situation. We know he has immunity, but nothing has been said by your party.
And okay, so I would like to just take this question. Let's take this methodically. And
no, let's talk about the
You're not supposed to be asking questions. He's asking you a question.
Excuse me.
You should go ahead and answer his question.
It's an allegation.
Don't
why hasn't your party?
It's a normal
Let him
It's a normal thing.
Please don't interject.
Okay, I'm listening. Okay, tell the word.
So I just want us to be absolutely clear about this point. Now, you've made certain statements. You've spoken about what we've done with regards to economy, security, and corruption.
Yes.
And I think it deserves a full answer, just so that we
don't have a lot of time, though.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of time.
While, yeah.
But so, if you want to speak about corruption, now what we've had in a country where corruption has been done on such grand scale that absolutely nothing can be shown for, just the massive revenues that we have earned as a country. So I can tell you that for 16 years of the PDP, we have earned as a country from just oil exports close to $900 billion US. Where are the roads? Where are the rails? Where's the rail network? Where's the infrastructure to back up such massive earnings in a country, as ours? But look at in the relatively shorter period and less than 100 billion, and you can see how much more that this administration has done. So for the first time, when you follow the numbers don't lie. For the first time, you have in this country, you have a rail network that is taking Lagos goods and passengers from Lagos to Kano. Lagos to Ibadan will soon be completed.
Which is the same case. This same rail that you're talking about is the Jonathan administration thing. You know this.
Absolutely not.
No, it is. I was in Kaduna. I was in Kaduna.
It is not Jonathan. Let me finish.
It is a Jonathan.
It is a Jonathan.
No.
It is a Jonathan.
You have to me.
Thing.
I'm going to go up there if you guys don't let me talk.
Okay.
Thank you. I asked a clear question about corruption.
Yes.
And you have segued now to the railways. What is going on with the Kano State governor? What does your party say?
I am making a point. I will get there.
The rails. I'm not talking about the rails.
I'm trying to make a case that when you say, what's the evidence of corruption? The evidence of corruption is when you don't see stuff, when you don't see the infrastructure, when you saw the public.
Okay, let's leave that. Let's forget about the corruption because you're not going to answer that.
You can ask me questions. I'm ready to answer.
Yeah,
if you're not ready to answer.
But your party, on the other hand, like you said, have had a 16-year run.
16-year stink.
I asked you a question, you didn't want to answer.
Okay, I'm going to answer your question.
So how different are you?
Okay. I'll tell you now, 16 years of, like they say, corruption, right? The same people who you say are corrupt, if you look now, they are now in APC. The same people that you call corrupt people like, you all know them.
Who are these people?
You know them, Gandunje and the co. They are now in APC. They were in PDP before, Rotimi Amechi.
So PDP is clean now?
You see, I'm wearing white, and it's still wearing dark. So, I mean, I'm the white man here. I'm so clean. So PDP is clean. Why they are dirty? So they are taking the dirt out of us. So right now, PDP is as clean as ever. So the same people 16 years ago that you call corrupt people are now in the APC, and you're not telling me about wherever. Gadunje was there the other time. We also on TV, in our videos and everything on WhatsApp. A lot of people saw this. National TV recorded a sitting governor taking money, keeping money in his own Babariga, and you say that the president is right there not saying anything about this. And you say you people are fighting corruption. What are you fighting?
To the point.
Sir, sincerely leave party politics and anything. Sincerely answer this question. What is it that you're fighting? What is it that you're fighting?
To the point. Now, first things first, there's, as you identified, immunity that covers
it is not about immunity.
governors.
So,
okay,
regardless of party.
Let me finish the point.
Because, listen,
can you ask him to just...
No, you don't have to.
You know,
he asks you a question and you're not answering the question. You can't say immunity.
We're going to go off air because you guys are not listening to me.
Okay,
I don't understand.
sorry.
I invited you on my show to have a conversation. You're shouting over each other.
Sorry.
These are all allegations, first of all. Let's be clear on that. You can't be throwing names all around without knowing that these are all allegations. Clearly. But if we're not going to have a decent conversation, we're going to just go home. Just to quickly wrap up now, Jide, the PDP, we know, has been in power the longest in this country. Most people were disaffected with the party, which was why they were voted out. A lot of young people in particular. And I don't know, what's the message to young people this time that's different?
Well, I'm going to say this. Right now, the PDP has given the young people the opportunity to come out, to be part of this not too young to wrong. I can authoritatively tell you that the PDP has really done mercy because we have a 25-year-old State House of Assembly running. He's the youngest in Nigeria, coming out representing Mushin constituency. His name is Father Hosea Folabi. And we have the 35-year-old senatorial candidate in Lagos, which happens to be the youngest senatorial candidate in Nigeria too. His name is Gbadebo Rodsviver. So the PDP has given chance. And me too, I'm a young man. So, and I'm contesting too under the PDP. Yeah. So they've given us this chance, and it's gone a way that we don't have to fight on anything about the long to young to wrong will.
Ikem, you're a policy guy. What's going to be different this time? Because I know jobs is probably the biggest talking point now for the next 4 years. Yeah. What's going to be different?
So what I would say is that there's a lot to expect. It's good for us to be hopeful. I think the next 4 years are going to be very important for our country. There are a number of things, and the priorities that the Buhari administration, what will shape and guide them, is contained in the next level document. And there are a litany of policies that target young people, from jobs to the industrialization policy, to inclusion in governance. Yeah.
Sorry, just to cut to you, did mention earlier that you found out that there's a mismatch, basically.
Yes.
How are you going to? How do you now fix that?
So with the Empower scheme, we've started some training. So the training cuts across public sector or public services, in public health, primary school education, and the like. But it goes to things like animation, to computer programming, hardware maintenance. So there's a whole skills policy. And the idea is to skill up 10 million Nigerians, but 1 million people will be on the government scheme, while the others is to retool the ITF, the Industrial Training Fund, such that private sector participation can drive training and, just the skills acquisition that Nigeria needs to actually grow. Then also, I think the most ambitious one that is interesting is our plan for education. What we intend to do with education is to completely revolutionize education and have STEAM, which is science, technology, engineering, arts, and math, in place in primary schools and in secondary schools. The idea is to have coding, animation, and all of that feature in schools and retrain the entire teaching force in primary schools and secondary schools. So it's a big plan, but where our education needs sort of revamping, it just needs revolutionary ideas. So we have a radical approach that will take every primary school child that comes in at age 6, and when they get out at age 18, they've acquired the level of skills that allows them to think critically about the problems that they face each day, and we move away from just theories to more solutions-oriented education and all. So that's what I think young people should, be hopeful for. And the first 4 years was more of foundation building. You have hungry kids in school. You had to feed them to get them back in school. 13 million children out of school. The best way to get them back in school is to have the school feeding plan, which was what the first 4 years was about. So the next 4 years will be to have these ideas that propel skills from primary schools, secondary schools, and to tertiary and post-tertiary as well. Yeah, so,
Okay.
and just to add that, in the presidency, you have, I mean, the majority of all the aides, advisors, assistants, they're all young people. There are people who are below 40. You know some of them, Dam Yogumbi, Yefe, Adebayo, Afolabi,
But to two of you,
all of them.
when are you,
so they are young people.
When are you implementing the not too young to run your presidential level?
Thank
For
you.
both your
It's about the character of a man. It's not really about the age.
Thank you very much.
Nigeria needs people with character that will say stuff and they will go out and achieve
Very
it.
quickly, what do you want to say?
Like he said, you know, you were the one that even brought, before we were backstage and when we were talking about, I was discussing it with him that, okay, what was his position? He said he was an aide and everything. So I said to him that, why are you being an aide when you can be the man in front? I said
Same
that
to you too.
No, I am contesting an election.
Okay, not for president though.
Yeah, I am, at least I'm
go.
out to contest an election.
We
But
need to
him, as in the other hand, is being used.
People can
why is
decide to do
government? Why is this government not being used? No, I need to bring up. Why is this government not making youth ministers? The youth.
Thank you very much, Jide. Thank you very much, Ikem. We need to go, unfortunately.
Okay.
Thank you very much for being here. Good luck in your election.
Thank you very much.
And good luck with everything you do. Like I was saying, you can follow the conversation on Twitter. WhyNigerTV is the handle. The hashtag to follow top in mind. You can also visit the website whyniger.tv. Thanks for joining us. I'll see you next Sunday.
Now and just give me some reaction.